All right, let's go to the cheerleaders. Cheerleader is below average performance, above average behavior. The opposite of the terrorists. We love our cheerleaders. They believe in what we believe in. They're great to work with. They volunteer for everything. You know, if you need a volunteer to host the holiday party, they'll do that. They come early, they stay late. But for whatever reason, they're not performing. Their performance is unacceptable at this point. So my experience, first of all, show of hands. Anyone got a cheerleader? Any cheerleaders? Oh yeah, good. 3 possibilities with a cheerleader. 3 possibilities, only 3. Number 1, it's a training or resource issue. They don't have the training or the experience or the resources to be successful. It's a training or resource issue. That's number 1. Number 2, and can we fix that? Training or resource issue, can we fix that? Sure we can. Sure we can. We can fix that. Second possibility, right bus, wrong seat. Right bus, wrong seat. They're a fit with the company. They believe in what we believe in. They're aligned with our values, but they're in the wrong job. They're in sales and they should be in customer service. They're in operations and they should be in HR. I don't know. Right bus, wrong seat. Can we fix that?
Yes.
Yeah, we can try to find them a better seat on the bus, better position, better fit. Yeah. The exception to that, and this is important to recognize, Vern Harnish, one of my favorite authors, wrote a best-selling book called Mastering the Rockefeller Habits. In that book, he said the following: in a growing organization, the positions in that organization will always outgrow the people in those positions. Let me repeat that. In a growing organization, in a growing organization, the positions in that organization will always outgrow the people in those positions. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. That as your company grows, as you go from $1 million in revenue to 5 million to 10 million, the positions in your company will grow in terms of status, complexity, requirements. You're going to need more from that position as you grow, whether it's a sales position, a finance position, an administrative position. As the company grows, those positions take on more responsibility, more requirements, and oftentimes a new person is required at some point to fill that position. The best example I can think of would be a bookkeeper. When I first start my company, I need a bookkeeper, right? I need someone to do the books, make deposits, handle payroll maybe, do accounts receivable, do accounts payable. It's a bookkeeper job when I first get started. But now I grow my company, $1 million in revenue, $3 million in revenue, $5 million in revenue. Now that bookkeeper has become my accounting manager. The job has grown. Is it possible for a bookkeeper to become an accounting manager? I'm going to say 50% of the time. 50% of the time, a bookkeeper could grow themselves into becoming an accounting manager, 50% of the time. But now my company continues to grow, 5 million, 8 million. Now we're at $10 million in revenue. Now we don't need a controller or an accounting manager. I now need a CFO, Chief Financial Officer. Is it possible for my bookkeeper turned accounting manager to now become my CFO? Highly unlikely. Very different responsibilities, very different job. I'm going to say maybe 5% of the time, a bookkeeper could become a CFO. Highly unlikely. So then the question becomes, what do I do with that person? They've been with me since day one. They've done their job. They're a fit culturally. But at some point, the position has outgrown the individual. Has anyone ever seen this happen within your company, someone else's company? Yeah. Growing companies, it happens all the time. And so at some point, we have a choice to make. With that bookkeeper turned accounting manager turned, now I need a CFO. What do I do with that person? Do I promote them to CFO and allow them to fail? Do I put them in a different position, maybe a different department? Do I hire a CFO and now he or she is now going to work for the CFO? Or do I let that person go? No good option. No good option there. The key is just to realize that that dynamic is very common, and that in a growing company, don't be surprised when you have a position outgrow the individual, and be prepared to take action on that.